I've been up since 4 a.m. Eastern Time, so
Wow.
Bear with me today.
Well, we appreciate you being here. Before we get into the question and answer part of the session, I've asked each of them to prepare 5 to 10 minutes of remarks. Some of them looked at me and said, "Really?" Which means I probably didn't ask them to prepare 5 to 10 minutes of remarks. But the good news is I've heard every single one of these people before. I've had an opportunity to meet them, some on a number of occasions. I know they're more than qualified to give us 5 to 10 minutes of remarks. Now, because we have a limited time with you here today, and because she's so good at timing, she gave me a real-time traffic drive here. I'm going to ask Jenny Hogan if she could give me a 5-minute, just a little hand sign after 5 minute goes up. She'll give me the 5-minute symbol. If you sound interesting, we'll let you keep rambling on, talking on and on. If you're not, we will cue the Emmy Award music and
Keep looking at me, so I guess that's the nod.
Well, there you go. Hey, if you're a guilty party, Frank, I don't know what to tell you. Who wants to start? Frank?
I'll start. What the
Go
heck?
for it.
So anyway, yes, I've been up since 4 a.m. I'm extraordinarily tired, but I'm really pumped up on Starbucks caffeine. So anyway, you know, I'm not a social media guy. I'm a simple service guy. Anything we've ever done has really been very basic, simply responding to people saying, hey, can I help? And we do much more than just Twitter. We do a lot of different spaces, but obviously Twitter's one that's been talked about a lot. So what I'll say about this space is there's, you know, I think 60,000 people on Twitter that claim to be social media experts. It's not about being an expert, it's really being about yourself. One of my thoughts to the brands, and I do these panels all the time, I've never sought to be the Comcast Cares guy or the logo or anything like that. I simply relate it to people, and I think that's where the success is. And I think that's where people and companies need to strive to. They need to listen to their customers, and when they can, they need to assist them. Instead of talking at them, it's all about a conversation. You know, I was doing a panel last week, and it was a marketing group, and it was about customer service. And the one guy was introducing me, saying, "Hey, everything is about, you know, the brand. It's all about the brand." And I asked him one simple question. You know, how do your employees answer the telephone? Do they say, ABC Bank, what do you want? Or do they identify who they are? And so this is a space, what has made each one of these people successful. And any case study in which you hear success, you know the person behind the account. So that would be my simple message tonight. Really, it's about conversation and knowing the people there. All you.
It's a hard act to follow.
Elliot.
And also, on the Starbucks note, you're amped up on Starbucks caffeine, but you slept on the plane this morning because you flew Alaska and it was a comfortable seat.
And actually, I will say, I have complained a lot on my blog about airplane rides, and the Alaskan the seat was the most comfortable I've ever been in. I'll definitely give you that.
We like to hear that. Gosh, I wish I could package it up as succinctly as Frank did. As far, I mean, I think that's actually the essence of it. It's about the person, and the more you can personalize your brand and make it human, the better off you're going to be. And I think that that's actually probably the scariest thing that you want to do, because companies, there's a lot of fear about, okay, well, we don't want to highlight our mistakes or where we're lacking or where we may have customer service failures. But I think one of the big pieces for the airline industry, because it's so complex and there's so many variables.
You're almost hated as much as the cable industry.
Oh, imagine that. Yes, and we get a lot of, you know, tweets.
No,
people well, they're just like angry about a delay, and there's absolutely nothing that the Twitter account can do to you know, remedy the delay. I wish there was, trust me. But I think that being able to talk to people about what's going on and being honest with them, like, this is why your flight's delayed, being able to provide that little bit extra information, it helps calm everyone down, and I think that it's been a great fit for us. And I also, we look at every complaint as a gift, and we really have to say, okay, this is an opportunity. And I always tell people, I read a survey a long time back, and it was I think it was a Gallup poll, and they said for every person that complains, there's, you know, maybe 30 other people that have that same complaint. They're just not taking the time and energy to voice it. Well, thanks to Twitter specifically, it makes it very easy to voice your complaints, and people will share that information with you. And for a company, I think that is a potential gold mine. It's latent potential. So listen to what people are saying and make that information actionable. If you have, you can spot bad policies. And also, I think just like what Frank said, engaging with people and having that like, hi, I'm Elliot from Alaska Airlines. How can I help you? It looks like you're having some trouble. What information can I provide for you to kind of make things go a little bit smoother? And people immediately, I mean, they will. I've watched people say, horrible customer service, blah blah blah, bad bad bad, and then you'll reach out to them and they'll immediately be like, you know what? Thank you so much. They're just very grateful for that.
Thank you, Elliot. Brad Nelson from Starbucks.
So it's humbling to be sitting next to these two guys and you as well. When we started the Twitter account, there's really two types of accounts that we were looking at. One was Comcast, and the other one was the airline industries. And these were businesses that, for the first time, they were finding value and looking to provide value to their customers on Twitter, either answering their questions or trying to figure out a way to help them. I started as a barista at Starbucks, and so much like Frank or Elliot, they came from their respective industries. As Elliot wanted to be a pilot, Frank's a service guy. I came as a barista, and so I kind of view what we're trying to do on the Starbucks Twitter account as the same as what I did when I was in the stores, which is connect to customers one-to-one over coffee, and try to find ways to make their day better. Perhaps give them an offer, let them know about what's going on at Starbucks. If they have any issues, we try to find ways to expedite that. But we can't serve another cup of coffee over Twitter, but we can certainly try to find ways to make their experience better. It's been really great. There's hundreds of people that I've met through Twitter on the Starbucks account all around the world. Some of them in Seattle, some of them in the East Coast, some of them in Europe, and it's neat to see customers connecting with us. We're also very active on Facebook as well. We use YouTube, and we try to use them holistically to be, advocates for the customer inside the building and advocates for the company outside the building. I think I said that right. So yeah, Twitter's been great. We've really enjoyed all our connections we made with everyone, and yeah.
Great. I have an admission to make. I've been a big fan of his for a long time. And,
Is that because you drink a lot of Starbucks?
Yes, I'm a huge investor in that company. I want you to know on a daily basis, so you can feel good about that. Buy a lot of beans. And but the thing is, Brad has actually, by watching him, he and I have been on a couple social media panels together, but I've been watching what he tweets about and what he does, and I've just learned an amazing amount of stuff from him. So get on his Twitter deck. It's amazing. He's really unbelievable. And we are privately...
At Starbucks?
Yeah, Starbucks. Yeah. That's,
Oh, yeah, at Half Nelson?
Yeah. So anyway, we're a privately run brand in North America. Most of you, some of you may or may... How many of you had Nature's Path cereal, organic cereal before? Oh, yay! Okay, good. That's great. We're the #1 North America cereal brand in the organic space, and our competitors are Kashi and Cascadian. But nobody knows about us because we are a privately held, independently run business. And I came here 5 years ago to Nature's Path on a personal journey. I'd lost both my parents and wanted to learn more about sustainability and health, and felt it was important to align my own personal life with that, and have just found an incredibly amazing brand love with the company, and started with a public relations agency, getting out as much as we possibly could about the family, about how unique they are. They grew up in this business. They've been around for 30 years. There aren't any people that own stock in the company. It's family members. And it's been really a lot of fun to just sort of get that story out and tell people. We do have some brand confusion and some name problems. We hired Egg out of Seattle to be our agency. They really understand the sustainable lifestyle space. Very hard for a quirky, out-of-the-box kind of private company like ours to be understood, and hard to find an agency that would understand us and they get us. And we have made a huge leap in the last 6 months. So all of you who are novice, who don't feel like you can do it or don't know where to start, point your questions at me. I'm the lady that can answer them because it's been quite a journey.
That's Clark with Chopper 7 flying over. Little late on the cue though, Jenny. Yeah. Thank you. Sorry, Murray, go ahead.
No, it's great. But we've listened to them. We've completely let go of our brand. We've let our customers talk to us. We've responded to them. We've been totally transparent and as honest as we can be. And that has come back to us in droves. We've been on Twitter for a very short period of time and have over 800 followers, maybe in the last two months. And then we've just launched Facebook, which is a new thing for us, but we're about to engage our own employees and trying to get them to get fans started and stuff. So anyway, good to be here. Thanks for having me, and I'll tell you whatever you need to know that I know.
Thanks.